This isn't something you can cure, but you can learn to manage it.
Sorry.
I think it's best for you to have a roommate, not to be alone. Alex, this is Vincent.
Whoa! Take your shoes off!
He's gonna be your roommate for a while.
Hi.
What would you do if you could better control your tics?
It's never really mattered.
Matters now.
Robert, lovely to meet you. Thanks a million for joining us
Lovely
today.
to meet you, JOE.ie folks.
Thanks, that's what everyone calls me. I forget my first name. So, congratulations on The Road Within, brand new film, celebrating it here at JDF. Can you tell us a wee bit about the film and your character, Vincent?
Yeah, the film Road Within. Initially it's about a young guy who's really debilitating Tourette syndrome, and he's lived with his mother for years. And in the beginnings of the film, his mother has died, and we sort of learn that him and his mother have been codependents, and she has ultimately drank herself to death. And so he's kind of thrust into the care of his father, who then kind of sticks him into an experimental treatment clinic, kind of throws money at the problem, you know, and in there he meets two other characters who are central characters of the film. One has OCD and germophobia, a guy, and a girl who has bulimia. And the three of them then sort of escape the clinic and then kind of find themselves on a road trip west to the Pacific Ocean. In that sort of trip, in that quest, they sort of, in a way, learn to manage their various ailments a little bit better.
Your character, Vincent, has Tourette's. And how do you prepare for a role like that? Can you go method Tourette's and just practice it in your day-to-day life, or how do you prepare?
Yeah, that was it. I mean, there was a lot of practicing in my day-to-day life. The good thing about the thing was the fact that there was a 5-month period between getting sort of cast in the film to actually shooting it, due to, I suppose, due to scheduling and stuff and other actors. But it was great because I had the character, in the practicing of the Tourette's, we did intensively in different bouts throughout that 5 months, and the character was kind of clacking around my head loads. So I was just really grateful that I had that time, because it was absolutely necessary, because if I didn't have that time, I would have gone in half-cocked, you know what I mean?
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
The ocean.
Your son is gone.
What do you mean, gone?
He stole my car. He and 2 other patients are missing.
Wow.
I was embarrassed by him. I don't think he'll ever forgive me for that.
I have a lot to offer, but these stupid rituals just take over everything.
Yeah, well, I think I'm fat. I guess we all have issues.
No, you were born in County Laois, is that
Yeah,
correct?
I was, yeah.
Can you describe your county in 3 words?
Laois is it's very fertile. It's got a great big, lovely, gigantic prison it's got all the bits and bobs, the amenities, and it's sort of it was my kind of stomping ground as a child and an adolescent.
How do you take your tea?
Strong as your nan's tights.
Ever involved in a pub fight?
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah, of course.
Did you win?
I mean, I was like peripherally involved, you know what I mean? In my early adolescence when I was grateful just to be in a pub.
Have you ever been naked in public?
Yeah. Actually, I was naked in public not that long ago. I was in India. I was on a beach, and an Indian fisherman ran up to me and objected massively to the fact that I was naked. It was quite early in the morning.
It was your buns of steel, was it?
It was more my, sort of slightly shrunken banana that was hanging out the front.
Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses.
Your thinking behind that?
Because, if you're looking at a horse-sized duck, your initial thought is, I'm never going to beat this. But if you're looking at 100 duck-sized horses, you're going, I think I could take them down. like 1 by 1 or even 2 by 2. It's all about your attitude going in, you know what I mean?
Positive mental attitude.
Positive projections, mate.
Robert, thanks a million for chatting to us today.
Can't I get one advantage out of this illness?
You just said like 4 sentences without ticking once.
But he swore like 10 times. What's the difference?